Welcome, my Piscean collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers. Welcome to our timeless true love timeline reading. I am your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They're my initials, and I'm a Pisces moon. I am also a professional witch, a professional intuitive, and the president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, if you can believe it. I am the author of 2 different books with the third one on the way. The first one is called Spell Ingredients. The second one is called Words of Grace. Words of Grace does have a Kindle version available, and a link in the description box that, if clicked, you will be able to preview a good chunk of the first part of it for free, including the table of contents, which is mostly in chakra chapters, and this is a chakra dense reading. 6 out of 8 cards are chakra stuff, so you might find it of use. The original version of Words of Grace, which we had to edit down considerably to make it all fit on Kindle, well, that's available on patreon.com/drawingthecircle in our digital shop, as well as the only place at the time of this recording to find my first book, Spell Ingredients, and the third one on the way will be on there eventually. We're giving it another year or 2 before we get that one together. And there's also audios and videos in our digital shop. Some of my subscribers get the ebooks, audios, and videos as part of their subscription package. There are free previews for the audios and videos, but the majority of my subscribers get 3 benefits in common: a daily check-in. I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream like pretty much every single morning. Did it this morning. It was lovely. We chat with each other about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a spiritual practice of some sort to send us on our way. And it's the wisest way for me to start the day, considering what I do for a living, I suppose. They also get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. All of my extended readings are timeless and relationship stuff based. Just relationship stuff, that covers it all, right? As well as they get a significant discount when they book me for a private session, and we'll talk about that at the end of the video. If you want more info, you can follow us for free. You can 7-day free trial. There's just so much cool stuff going on there. So if you feel so drawn, if you feel so called, or even if you're just mildly curious, go click the link, check it out. If you want, come Patreon on Patreon, because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can just call me Mal. Hey, my Mer family, my fishy people, my fishy fam, very, very happy to be doing this work today. Got my errands run. The kitty cats are fine. If you look at the thumbnail for this video, you can see my 3 sons, Sammy, Belzy, and Melky, and we're having a really good time up here now that we are all moved in to our new home in Saratoga Springs. So let's do some explanation for the new Pisceans and crosswatchers, and we'll jump into the divination. Feel free to jump ahead, although the intention for these readings are a little bit different this time around. So welcome, my new Pisceans and crosswatchers. Let's talk about the path of true love. The path of true love is your hero's journey, your healing journey, your spiritual ascension, whatever you want to call it, through your relationships in the physical world. Now, everybody wants their true love match, the romantic sexual one. My guides have been very clear about this over the past couple of months. Sometimes our true love matches do not incarnate at the same time that we do, and that bummed me out for like a good week. But they made it very, very clear every relationship in our lives, doesn't matter what form, is preparing us for that kind of infusion of truth and love, true love, so that we learn how to make the loving, most wisest, most empowering choices and decisions in our relationships. And they also made it clear to me that they were going to tell me whether my true love match was currently incarnate or not. Because if not, then we'll see each other on the other side. That sounds like that's just fine. It's inevitable, right? It's going to happen. But if he, because I'm gay, you can check the batteries in your gaydar if you couldn't tell, then we absolutely will meet, right? It's scheduled to happen. So that's what these readings are for, a simple timeline, past, present, and future, to help us see where we are in our relationships in this hero's journey. And if you've noticed, in relationships, it's not much of a hero's journey without demons, dragons, vampires, and villains along the way. So we're going to get 3 Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Here's the chakra part for the internal, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, the world behind your eyes that maybe you share with other people, maybe don't. So we'll put those face down, past, present, and future. For the lower three chakras, the masculine, the yang dynamic, relationships in the physical world, looking at ourselves from the outside, maybe us from the inside, looking out at people, places, and things, relationships in the physical world. And because it is a cross-watcher read, cross-watchers are welcome on my channel. There may be a lot of mirroring, so it could be both. So we'll get 3 of those, face down, past, present, future. Then we'll look at past, then present, then future. And then with the chakras on the table, we will get a Whisper of Love from the Whisper of Love Oracle by Angelo Hartfield, really one of my favorite oracle decks, as well as her Whispers of Lord Ganesha, which I love, dedicated to the higher selves of all involved, not just the Pisces and the cross-watchers, but anyone else who might be involved. And we will end with a Matt Kahn healing mantra, because it's all about healing, right? Learning how to heal ourselves, helping others heal in our relationships. So a little bit of a mantra goes a long way in my experience, so that we can experience the true love that conquers all, the true love that heals all wounds, and the true love that breaks all curses, ancestral, past life, societal, and otherwise, for happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser lives, in a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser way, for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world. Because as one of us shifts into a more golden, loving, rather than a leaded, fearful timeline, we take all of our loved ones with us. However, everybody has free will and choice, and with the multiverse, we see how that plays out. So there's our explanation. Let's get down into the divination. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will, and I promise I will do anything within my power to help anyone successfully navigate the golden true love timeline of this lifetime, to anchor true love not just into our lives and in our relationships, but also into the Earth's electromagnetic field. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, and that's why these are simpler than the Path of True Love reads with extendeds. So let's do it. The shift from explanation to divination happens in the still point. So join me there if you will. Please take a nice deep breath. Here we go. Still point. My goddesses, please override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. My beloved goddesses, please 3 cards in clarity, past, present, future, simple timeline, face down, for us Piscean collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross-watchers. Where have we been in the true love timeline? Where are we now? Point of power is always in the present moment. And where are we headed if we just do our best to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions in the true love timeline? Truth, love, choose. There you go. That's the alchemy. Simple, not easy. Simple rarely means easy. That's good old Course in Miracles for you. Let's get the lower 3 chakras on the table, and then we'll start flipping past, present, and future. Here we go. Please take a nice deep breath. My God's override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. My beloved gods, 3 cards in clarity, please, face down. Root, sacrum, solar plexus dynamic, outside in, inside out relationships in the physical world. Where have us Piscean collective and our cross-watchers been? Lower 3 chakras in the true love timeline. Where are we now? The point of power is always in the present moment. And where are we headed if we just do our best to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions in our relationships for this timeless true love timeline? Read. Oh, well, this is interesting. Okay. We're going to start with the heart, third eye crown, and we've got a court card. Here, this is the Mother of Cups, Namu, an ocean goddess, and associated with the sign of Cancer, literally written on the card. Now, I don't have any planets in Cancer, so I look at the house that it is in, because I am Leo rising. Then Cancer is my 12th house, the collective unconscious, usually associated with Pisces. But look at your chart. If you have any planets in Cancer, you may be able to look back and see some creative, emotional stuff going on there. Cardinal means creative, right? So creative water. This would be the King of Cups in the traditional Rider-Waite based tarot. So that could be very intuitive, definitely heart chakra if we're going to assign a chakra to that positioning, with the good old Four of Wands on the outside. So I can relate to this to an extent, because I moved. I'm pretty much all settled in. I got tons of boxes in the garage of stuff that needs to be put away. Most of it's just magical stuff. Got to find little niches for. But regardless of the element, fours are usually about rest and stabilization before you move into the five, which is change, sometimes chaotic. But I have learned that chaos is divine order in disguise. Just because we don't understand it doesn't mean it ain't happening. So look, this is a creative and stable place that we are coming from here. Doesn't feel chaotic. This is Jason and the Argonauts. The mythic tarot is based in Greek mythology, my favorite thing ever. And this is right before they go to get the golden fleece. Jason and the Argonauts, they set up camp on the beach, and then they go deal with the dragon, and he had some help along the way. So nice and stable, but very creative and emotional. This could be very family oriented, right? Fourth house dynamic, Cancer, the home, right? Friends and family, but that lovely emotional creativity there. That feels nice. Where are we now? Oh dear, 2 major arcana cards. How exciting. Oh, and you're going to like this. All right, now, when I do a reading like this where there's just, one zone of chakras and one card for each, they all tend to work in unison. So we got the Lovers card here. Aphrodite, sweet and flighty, hanging out without her see-through nighty with a friend there. Now, this may absolutely refer to romance. Again, it's a general read, right? So you take this how you feel it. Really just think I just Stevie Nicks ourselves, but it is about a life-changing decision. Choices have consequences, but they're things that come and go. Life-changing decision, like moving from Holbrook, Long Island to Saratoga Springs that I just did, certainly there is an alignment there. So the spiritual, mental, emotional, spiritual power, mental power, willpower, choices and decisions, and emotional power are in alignment. So we can make wise, loving, empowering decisions. And then we got the star in the lower 3 chakras, right? All 3 of those chakras working in unison. Now this is Pandora's box. Letting the deadly sins and all the evils of the world out of that box. It was her job. She didn't have to, but she did. The first woman, according to, I think made by Zeus. I don't remember. But hope still remains in the chest. I guess that's where we get hope chest from. So lower 3 chakras, really pay attention where you are right now. Internal intuition, heart, third eye crown, is called creative intuition. It's like a laboratory, right? You bring all that together, then it drops down into the physical chakras, the lower 3, for manifestation. But with the star, sure, this could be about wish fulfillment, about holding on to hope, right? But true hope, not false hope. But it also could be that we are shining our light at full capacity, right? Shining like the stars that we are. I mean, we are stardust, we are golden. Joni Mitchell, what are you going to do? Right, we're there if you know what I'm talking about, right? But definitely a radiant card there. So Lovers on the inner, star on the outer. That feels pretty good. And the star is definitely a card of guidance and grace. It's how we used to navigate before we had compasses and all that stuff. We would look to Polaris, the North Star, to orient ourselves. So I would definitely say both creative intuition, heart, third eye crown, is on point right now, as well as your lower 3 chakras, how you navigate through the physical world. It's called survival intuition. Caroline Myss, MYSS, the PhD. I learned a lot from her. I love her. I believe she's a Cancerian, wouldn't shock me. So let's see where we're headed. And, all right, a little bit of a womp womp here. We'll get there. But we do have a major arcana card here. The High Priestess, Isis, as the High Priestess here, the maiden of the Maiden Mother Crone in the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. So, definitely soft of eye and light of touch, speak ye little, listen much, right? The listening to your own interior guidance, right? Your spirituality, whatever that is. What is a priest or a priestess? But a channel through which the divine works. But with the Five of Cups, it looks like some tea is going to be spilled. Now, the entire suit of cups in the mythic tarot is the myth of Eros and Psyche. Psyche is the Greek word for both butterfly and soul. And there is a link in the description box to a video I found on YouTube that does so almost like a comic book panel by panel telling of that story, and it is a true love reading. Now, what she's done here is she upset her already husband Eros, the son of Aphrodite and Ares, out of wedlock, but whatever, you know, God's a god, the god of romantic love. Eros is where we get the word erotic from, right? So she hadn't seen him. She married him without looking at him because he didn't want her to fall in love with him just because he's the god Eros, right? She knew it was the god Eros, so he's like, don't look at me. Don't look at me. No, don't speak, right? Don't look at me, because he wanted to be loved for who he really is, right? Everybody falls in love with him because he's gorge, all right? So one night, after they do their thing, she gets herself a little oil lamp. She just wants to catch a peek. She just wants to see, and she sees his face and she falls in love, and she gets so shocked that a drop of hot oil hits his thigh. There are easier ways to, hot oil yourself, I guess. And he gets pissed off and takes off, spilling 4 of the 5 cups. So it could be that a truth is revealed, probably from your own intuitive thing, like something's not right here, and then you see what's not right there. But then we move from the 5 to the 6, which is about harmony, which is about balance. I know a lot of people see the 6 of Cups as the past life card and, wistfulness about the past. That may be true, but we're not there yet. I feel like if there is an illusion, a deception, something that's going on, or maybe an illusion that we had about life or love as old friends do, oh my God, giving musical theater, woo, flashback, then certainly this is necessary. Now, this could also be triggered by something going on in our physical lives and our physical relationships in general. This could be a family thing, right? 5s, root chakra, tribal dynamic is 3 or more people. But regardless of what this is, again, a general read, which is why I like doing private readings, so we can go in on that a little bit more. It's not enough time to do that in one video here. I do my best. But I will say we've got water in the inside, right? Heart, third eye, crown, starting off. And we end up with water on the outside. But the High Priestess is not necessarily shook by any of this, right? So it might be your connection to the divine, your spiritual awareness, right? Your intuition really telling you to just be still and know all is well. It's all part of the journey, no matter how upsetting it might be for you or perhaps for others around you. So, chakras are on the table. Let's see what the higher selves have to say with the Whisper of Love Oracle. Please take a nice deep breath. I wonder how many of you actually take deep breaths when I say that. It's just helpful. Still point. Higher selves, please override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, what is the Whisper of Love? The piece of information, inspiration, and insight needed by us Pisces, collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross watchers to assist us in making the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions in the True Love Timeline for this timeless True Love Timeline read. Ask for help. Now that could very much be spiritual help. Start today Ask for help. What is it you really need help with? Be willing to allow yourself the support that you need. Now look, I am a mystic. I deal with mystery every single day. That's why a lot of my off time I'm listening to Agatha Christie YouTube videos, right? Audiobooks and stuff like that. Some Terry Pratchett thrown in there too, particularly the Watch series, if you're with me, good old Discworld novels. So asking for help, is that something that you are comfortable with? Now again, like I said, that can be to the divine, particularly with the High Priestess coming up, but that's something you can begin cultivating now if you haven't already. My spiritual practice is everything. My patrons got a video of what I do before each reading, and some of them reached out to me outside of Patreon and were like, wow, you do that every single time? I'm like, yeah, because this is what I love doing, right? This is my skill, my gift to the world. So, I try and be as properly prepared as I can, but certainly the shadow work, please. Love brings up its opposite, says A Course in Miracles. So the more we experience love, true love within ourselves, with the divine, with another person, right? It brings up the fear, right? Love brings up its opposite, but the Course in Miracles also says that what is all-encompassing can truly have no opposite. So that's a bit of a mystery there. So this feels very, very powerful, but who are you going to ask? Are you going to ask for help? And if so, to whom? I think that's proper grammar. I was raised by a teacher. She might watch this video. She won't, but don't tell her if I got the grammar wrong. Last card down. Matt Kahn Healing Mantra. This deck consecrated to the Ascended Masters. And you know what? They did all this already, right? They finished the game. And so they're on the other side. They've mastered the game. So let's ask them for what would be the most perfect and precise healing mantra for the Pisces. The perfect, precise Pisces mantra. Please take a nice deep breath. Feet on the floor now. Ascended Masters override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved Ascended Masters, one card in clarity, please. The perfect and precise healing mantra for us Piscean collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross watchers to assist us in making the wisest, most loving, most empowering decisions, shifting us into the golden true love timeline for this timeless true love timeline reading. Hearing inner guidance. My intuition flows whenever I am still. Now, stillness, not the easiest thing to cultivate these days, but that's why I said my spiritual practice is pretty key. And this does feel like that's going to help you prepare for this, right? The High Priestess, regardless, is usually about silence, stillness, and intuition. So I am going to read this, particularly if all goes chaotic or there is a change where some tea is spilled across the table, down on the floor and out the door, to really be still and know I am divine. Let's keep it out of gender. So I'm going to read this from the Bookie Book, Hearing Inner Guidance. There's only one Bookie Book read for this one. So my intuition flows. How's that for a water element? Whenever I am still. When you hear inner guidance, you receive an affirming and defining moment of inspiration. It's pretty on the regular here at Drawing the Circles home office. It can be a new direction, a new way of seeing old patterns. Oh, that could be what this is. Maybe someone in your family or in a relationship that you're in, an old pattern repeats itself, revealing itself. Or it could be an enchanted idea that is delivered in your own voice out of the silence. Happens all the time around here. When inner guidance is heard, you are ready to either hunker down into the healing benefits of your current circumstances. That kind of feels like what this is. Or move forward into a brand new chapter. In either case, this is an opportunity to further align with your soul by embracing your needs. Well, with the major arcana that we got in the present and the future here, it feels like the life-changing decision is made, or there's an alignment of heart, third eye, crown. Time will probably pass. It's not going to go boom, 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 just like that. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go back to my room, whatever. Little little 80s rock and roll for you there. And certainly with the emotional upset, I think that's going to be good. So even if it's like everybody else is freaking out around you, we tend to be empathic to really say, okay, is this me? Is this them? Is it half and half? Is it, 2%? Right? Taking the time to ground yourself and be in the present moment and hear your inner guidance. This mantra is ideal for resolving restlessness. I could be with the Five of Cups, becoming a better listener, which Pisces usually are, and being more open-minded. In other words, is it happening to us or is it happening for us? Course in Miracles says this is all happening for us, and that physical proximity in relationships is based on the maximal opportunity for healing. Yeah, of Course in Miracles. I'm an eclectic witch. I will take mystical truth wherever I can find it, as long as it resonates. Oh, it's got to resonate. It's got to resonate. It's got to resume. So, if you are new to my work here on YouTube, we always end these with what we call a blessimation. It's a word we came up with over on Patreon, and it's like crazy glued to my third eye. I love that word. So though I never know what's going to happen when I hit the record on the digital high-def camera here in my new office studio temple here, I really have no idea what's going to happen in the blessimation, because I am built for total surrender to the divine. Shall we, one last time, at least for this reading, please take a nice deep breath. It's blessimation time. Still point. Pantheonic override. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine on behalf of us Piscean collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. May we be blessed with all that we need to navigate the golden true love timeline of our lifetimes, making the wisest, most loving, most empowering decisions, because we are coming from a place of creative water. Our hearts were open. Fourth house. Probably very loving and warm yet creative while we were in a time of rest, maybe taking a break before going into the 5 that will be coming down the road, because where we are right now, we really have an edge for making the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions within ourselves, right? It's okay to feel this way. You couldn't feel it. I love you. It's okay, right? Inner child work, whatever that may be, making the most that we can of our time as we follow the guidance, the grace. We follow the intuition, and this is a very intuitive thing, considering hearing inner guidance, our intuition flowing whenever we are still, and there is hope, and there is a glimmer that perhaps true love, the true love that we have been working towards and waiting for, is getting ready to incarnate. But yet, where we're headed is a place of deep silence, stillness, and intuition with the high priestess, soft of eye and light of touch. Speak ye little, listen much, particularly when things might go a little sideways, or a truth is revealed from the inside out or from the outside in that might be upsetting or a game changer. But minor arcana are things that happen. They do come and they do go. So may we ask for help. May we remember to ask for help above, horizontally, however, because what is it that we really need help with? Are we willing to allow ourselves the support that we need from spirit, from friends, from family, from whoever? But we can get those answers by hearing our inner guidance, because our intuition flows whenever we are still. And may we be blessed with all that we need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choices and decisions in the golden true love timeline, for the true love that conquers all, for the true love that heals all wounds, for the true love that breaks all curses, ancestral, societal, reincarnational, and otherwise, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. It was good. All right. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. And honestly, maybe these decisions that we're making in the present moment can shift that, right? That's the whole point. Nothing is written in stone. These are written in cardboard, darlings. And, for a general read, mileage may vary on that. So ask for help, but I always start with that. And then they send me what I need on this end, horizontally. So if you found it helpful, please do consider hitting the like button. It does help other people find my work, particularly for this reading, as Pisceans can use that help right now with this world the way it is. Ooh, lots of empathic stuff going on. And certainly if you want more of me here on YouTube, subscribe, because I'm not stopping. Obviously, I'm having fun doing this. And, I went food shopping today and ran errands, and I was glad to come back and sit in this room and do what I do, even with the kitten raising havoc outside. And certainly if you want the deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mal, come Patreon on Patreon. Just go check out the digital store. My entire back catalog is there, and with the new book coming, there's going to be more on there. I'm going to actually be sharing some passages while they are being edited so that my Patreons, my subscribers, can see that stuff. But remember, my subscribers get the daily check-ins, the extended readings, and the extensive discount on private sessions. We'll talk about that in a minute, but you can also follow us for free. It doesn't cost a dime, and I put out content specifically for the free followers, but the subscribers get to see that stuff too. You can 7-day free trial. You can shop in the store. There's just a lot of cool stuff. And remember, there are free previews. It doesn't cost a dime to watch the free previews. That's why they're called free previews, apparently. Please don't make me do math. But I love it. Do click the link, check it out, and come Patreon on Patreon, because I am the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Leo Rising. But you can just call me Mel. And if you want to book me for a private session, I did make a video at the 25th anniversary of my company last year at the time of this recording, May 1st, 2023, considering I started it May 1st, 1998. And that video is called Booking Private Sessions with Mal, but I made it when I was living on Long Island before I knew I would be moving here. I mean, we were thinking about it, but so I need to make a whole new video, and I will eventually, but it essentially tells you everything that you need to know about booking me for a private session of spiritual counseling or a reading. But I have to make a new one because now I am doing readings at the Magic Moon in Saratoga Springs on Phila Street, Phila. Say hi to Veronica for me, because you don't even have to call me for that. You call them directly if you're local, right? I have certain times set aside there. They let me know somebody booked. I go in, I read them, and then I come home and do more of this stuff. Can you believe it? This is what I do for a living, and I love it. As well as I have an office in my house now, so I am taking clients here, but they're people I gotta get to know. I got a kitten to protect. I don't want anybody catnapping my kitten. No, thank you. Samuel is very happy here, and we're very happy with him. His older brothers maybe are like this. And the most important thing that I say in that reading is that I've never turned anybody away because of lack of finances. Where there's a witch, there's a way. I'm a witch, so there's a way. Even if the conversation ends with pay it forward to someone else when you can, then we do that. But the majority of the work that I'm doing right now is in a video call, meaning that once the client is booked right before their reading or their spiritual counseling, I send them a Zoom link. They come onto my Zoom platform. We record the whole thing so they don't have to memorize or take notes or any of that. At the end of the reading, I send them a link so they can download that reading to their devices. They tell me they downloaded it, and then I delete it because confidentiality is key in this line of work unless you want to keep reincarnating. No, Nanette, that's not going to happen. So click the link, check it out. That mom makes my video laugh. That video makes my mom laugh. So we're going to keep it up forevermore, even when the new one is out there. But yeah, come book me if you want. And certainly, I don't mind this reading so much. I am 55 years old. Yeah, I know, and I'll look at, thanks, howdy neighbor, see, I didn't forget. So, I've had all sorts of relationships, as we all have, of a certain age, and I've gained a lot of wisdom about who I am and what I want. And honestly, that's why I'm okay with my true love match. The romantic sexual ones are the hardest contracts, right? Because they are the least unconditionally loving. So to have that, right, is something we've been working on for many, many lifetimes. So I would like to cross the T's, dot the I's, and get that one done, and maybe reincarnate somewhere else next time. I hear Uranus is lovely this time of year, or somebody says, I guess. Bleach it, do what you gotta do. And it is my honor, my pleasure, and I don't like the word privilege, but it is certainly my honor, my pleasure, and my great joy to be doing this work. And this was quite a lovely series this time. So remember, every time we make a wise, loving, empowering decision, we shift to the golden true love timeline and take our loved ones with us. And hopefully those that would choose otherwise will choose yet again, as the Course in Miracles says. So wishing you all the very, very best and the very, very blessed, my beloved Mer family. Mer, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. I love you. We got this. Reach out if you need the help. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.